The last message from Rachel had been 2 days ago. A short, gotta run, talk later. No smiley face, no heart, no follow up. Jake stared at his phone, thumb hovering over the screen, every instinct screaming at him to send something, anything. Hey, maybe. Or miss you. Something to draw her back in. But he didn't. Instead, he leaned back on his couch, exhaled, and told himself to wait. Because this was the part most guys messed up. The part where she started pulling back, going cold, and they panicked. They chased. They pleaded. They tried to fix something that hadn't even been said out loud. And in doing so, they handed over all their power. But Jake had done that before, years ago with someone else. He had begged, apologized for things he hadn't done, tried to remind her of how good things had been. And she had walked anyway. This time, he promised himself it would be different. He met Rachel 6 weeks ago at a rooftop party. Her laugh had caught his attention before her face did. They talked for hours, and by the end of the night, she had given him her number without him asking. The connection was real. At least, it felt that way. The first few dates were electric. She responded quickly, sometimes even started the conversations. She touched his arm when she laughed. She asked deep questions, listened intently. For a while, it felt like they were spiraling towards something meaningful. And then, without warning, things shifted. She started taking longer to reply. Her texts grew shorter. She canceled a dinner last minute, saying she had a long day and needed rest. That was the beginning of the slow fade. Jake knew the signs. He'd seen them before. The energy was off. Something had changed. But instead of reacting emotionally, he sat with it. That evening, he met up with his friend Marcus, a guy who had seen him crumble in past breakups and who had recently gone through his own relationship rebirth. "She's going cold," Jake said, stirring the ice in his drink. Marcus nodded. "So what are you going to do?" Jake shrugged. "Every part of me wants to reach out, try to fix it. But I know that's not the move." Marcus smiled. "Good. Most guys lose their edge here. They think connection is built by talking more, chasing harder. But sometimes silence speaks louder." Jake sat with that. It felt counterintuitive, but it rang true. The next morning, Jake did what few would dare to do in that moment. He sent a short message. Not desperate, not clingy, just direct and firm. "Hey, Rachel, I've noticed your energy's shifted. If something's changed, I totally respect it. No pressure from my side either way." Then he put the phone down, left the house, and hit the gym. Because when a woman goes cold, the one thing a man must do is stay grounded. That means no groveling, no drama, and absolutely no chasing. It means speaking with calm clarity and accepting the unknown. Jake worked out harder that day than he had in weeks. Not out of anger or sadness, but to keep himself centered. Because control isn't about manipulating someone back. It's about mastering your own emotions when things feel uncertain. He didn't check his phone for hours. When he finally did, there was a response. "Hey, I've just had a lot on my mind. Not really sure what I want right now. You've been amazing, though." It was the soft rejection, a careful pullback. But Jake didn't flinch. He replied once, "All good, Rachel. Wishing you the best." And that was it. He didn't send a follow-up, didn't ask for another chance, didn't try to convince her to reconsider. He didn't chase what was no longer being offered freely. That week, something changed inside him. He realized how much energy he had wasted in the past trying to win back affection that had already left. This time, he walked with dignity. Because real strength isn't about getting someone back. It's about knowing your worth when they leave. A few days passed, then a week, then 10 days. And on the 11th day, Rachel texted again. "Hey, just thinking about you. Hope you're doing okay." Jake read it, smiled slightly, but didn't respond right away. He let it breathe. Later that evening, he replied, "I'm good. Hope you are too." Short, solid, in control. They ended up meeting again 2 weeks later, casually, for coffee. She confessed she had been overwhelmed, unsure of where she was emotionally, and had started pulling away without realizing it. Jake didn't judge. He listened, calm, grounded, and clear. He didn't need her to choose him to feel whole. And because of that, she saw him in a new light. But by then, something had shifted in him too. He saw her differently, not with bitterness, but with clarity. And he knew if she faded again, he wouldn't chase. He had learned the lesson most men never do. When she goes cold, don't try to reignite the fire by fanning harder. Let her space be space. Hold your ground, speak your truth, and walk with strength whether she turns back or not. because staying in control isn't about controlling her, it's about commanding yourself.